But if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel, all notifications, leave a comment, click the like button, and also share this video with others. Many Igbos are saying, Nnamdi Kanu has already prophesied this thing. A time is coming where Somalia will be more peaceful than Nigeria. Like I said, if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this.
Understand that Nnamdi Kanu is a person who stood for the betterment of the country called Nigeria. Even though he stood most especially for the betterment of the people of Biafra, he has his reason, and his reason is something that we continue to ponder. We continue to ask questions: are the Biafra to go, or are they not to go? The middle belt are supporting the Biafra. Why are the core not are saying no to that? The core not are saying no to that because they know they have no future for this country. They not have no future for this country. That is why they don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be out. If they have a future and legacy for this country, you know what they will do? They will say, let Nnamdi Kanu come out and let Nnamdi Kanu be able to tell people on how he wants this country to become great. But if they see that his ways to take Biafra with him is the possible position to make this country to be great, then they should allow him to do that, because that is the only chance that we can have, which will even make the corner to benefit. Because when you have a peaceful agreement with a person, that person, because of that agreement, he makes you his friend. But by the time you kick against him, you continue to fight him, you continue to stand against him, you are opposing every word he is coming out with. And this man have a clear evidence. He is not a terrorist. He does not stand for the wicked that is going on in this country. He stands for what we all know to be freedom and justice, equality for all men. That is what all I know. Thank you very much.
Why do you think that the middle belt are now standing with Nnamdi Kanu instead of following the Fulanis? Why do you think?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You see, the middle belt, the reason why they want to go with Nnamdi Kanu is because they have seen the lights. You know, if you see lights, you know, you see light in the midst of chaos. Will you follow chaos? If you see light in the midst of chaos, you would like to follow light, because that light is the only truth that will bring down chaos. And because you have seen the light, and that light will be a reason for you to make a decision. Who do you want to follow? Do you want to follow chaos, or do you want to follow the light? And that Nnamdi Kanu is a symbol of lights. Do you know why Nnamdi Kanu today is suffering? Many people don't understand. They don't know what freedom is all about. Let me tell you what freedom is all about. Freedom that you see is not just bought for nothing, because even Jesus Christ bought freedom for us with his blood. If Jesus Christ will give us freedom with his blood, what does that tell you? It tells you that if you are going to have freedom, then you must have courage. You must have courage, and you must resist every accusation that is coming to stop you. You must say no to it because of the courage you have in you. But by the time you submit yourself, you bow down to chaos, you bow down to all the accusation, then it render you become useless, you become nothing, and your right, your freedom will be taken from you because you refuse to have courage. So Nnamdi Kanu is a man that I believe that courage will continue to be in him. Why am I saying this? If Nnamdi Kanu is after money, by now Nnamdi Kanu will not be in that place. You need to get it. If Nnamdi Kanu is after money, do you know how much did they bring in his ears? If Nnamdi Kanu should tell you what they are telling him, things that you and I are not seeing, which we know the government can do, just for him to give up in trying to take his people into the land which he believed. Biafra, a war that Ojukwu was not able to conquer. That doesn't mean that they will not conquer. History happens so that we can, you know, when we see it in the future, we can redefine history. So all the lies that they have been telling us, and all the ways which they have been following, now our eyes is clear. We know who is who. Now we know who have the truth, and we know who doesn't have the truth. And we all know that Nnamdi have the truth. And that is why today, if you see Nnamdi Kanu, sorry to say this, but I have to say it. If you see Nnamdi Kanu today, God has covered his shame. because he's walking in the truth. What about the other people that are opposing him? They are the sponsor of Boko Haram. We've been talking about people are not listening. They are the one who says that this country is not going to have the incredible things which God has given to us. They are the one who are opposing everything that is going to come, that is going to be of a benefit to the generosity of humanity. They are the people that will say no. They amass it for themselves. Look at them. How do you see them, and how do you see Nnamdi Kanu, a man that lives simple life? And that is what leadership is all about, living a simplicity life. But these people, they embezzle more than enough, and they make us today, we are crying. I didn't think they work, I didn't think they do something very good. We will not be saying Biafra must go. Even the Biafra people have no time to say they will go. But it's because of the messed up, they have messed up the system, and everything that you see is messed up. Just imagine you enter a house and you see plate everywhere. What happens? You begin to see fly everywhere. What does that tell you is going on in that house? You know that that house has no discipline. That is exactly how the government of this country are doing. They have no discipline. Everywhere you go, people are dying of sickness. Everywhere you go, starvation, hunger. Everywhere you go, people are crying to buy foods. 1,000 naira cannot give you food to eat in a day. I remember the good days, the era of Goodluck Jonathan. I remember the good days of Obasanjo, that 50 naira will feed you. If you have 150 naira, you will eat for that day and you'll be satisfied. But today, 1,000 naira cannot do you anything, and they will continue to tell us, they make naira better. Now naira is strong. What's strong? Naira has already devalued. It has no any power. So we will continue to support the Biafra, because I believe the light, the Biafra stand for light. You know, these people stand for light. That's the actual truth. Thank you very much.
We are looking at the fact that you supported Goodluck Jonathan, yes, from the Niger Delta.
Yes.
Instead of someone like your brother Muhammadu Buhari. Why does it seem that you only support him from the south?
See, let me tell you the truth. You may think that I don't support the northern, and of course I support. They are like Konkoso. I like Konkoso, but it happens that, you know, if a leader comes, if someone is looking for a power, you know, you need to evaluate and see it for yourself. Who do you think have the requirements that will give you a better life? If you evaluate that, then you begin to say, this is the person that I need to vote. That is how I'm doing my voting.
First and foremost, the ICOP are not terrorists. And that's why you are seeing today, the world refused to address ICOP as a terrorist. We know what ICOP people are fighting for. ICOP people are fighting to go on their own. They don't want to belong to Nigeria, because Nigeria has marginalized these Igbos. They have pushed them to one side. They don't want them to belong to Nigeria. I come to think of it. Who is Nigeria? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba land? There's no meaning of Nigeria in Yoruba. There's no meaning of Nigeria in Hausa. There's no meaning of Nigeria in Igbo.
No,
these British people, they carry us together so that they now name us Nigeria, so that we will not even understand ourselves. They use that name confuse us, so that they will be making us. That's why these British, they will not want Biafra to go, because the day Biafra go, or Yoruba nation go, the end of British has come. Don't forget what happened when the children during that time, when they agree, they said they want to build a house to go and meet God, so that they don't need to be praying to God. You know, we human beings, we like what we see. That's why today some people serve they serve soul. Some people serve different things. They believe they can touch. They wanted to build a house to go and meet God. They can communicate. They can go and meet God. God, why are you not giving me this? And God saw that these people, they will actualize this plan. They allowed them, because they were speaking in one language. And what did God do? God used it separate their language. They could not understand themselves. You go and bring block. This one will speak Igbo. You go and bring a cement. What happened among us? That is how God destabilized them. They could not build that house to God. The same thing British use against Nigeria. British bring us together, that different culture, Yoruba different culture, different language, Igbo different culture, different language, Hausa different culture, different mindset, and bring us together, because we will not understand ourselves. And that's why these British people, they are making us on a daily basis. And we say enough is enough. Thank God for what Abraham Traore is doing in Africa. Abraham Traore now is open the eyes of Africa and see that this Onipo is supposed to be the one come to Africa to come and be serving us, not we going there to serve them. Because God has given us the mineral resources in Africa to develop Africa, but because we allow these white people to brainwash us with religion, today we are now a slave to this Onipo, which is not supposed to be.
Burkina Faso rejected 200 mosques from Saudi Arabia. And the Bible told Saudi Arabia, instead of building children mosque for us, why don't you give us schools and hospitals? Do you think that Nigeria will ever have a time to do that kind of same?
Nigeria politicians are criminals. They are criminals in the sense that if it will be Nigeria now, the Saudi Arabia now come to Nigeria, want to build mosques, want to build church, they will grab it because from there they will loot money. But look at the Burkina Faso, a man who mean well for his citizen. He told them it's not religion we need. It's not mosque we need. All we need hospital. We need road. I told you that religion has caused more damage to this country. Go and look now. Nigeria, churches everywhere, mosques everywhere. Where are you seeing conflict? Most of this general overseer, most of these imam, they are using religion to escape poverty. Go to school, you cannot go to church school. They say, na church get this school. Go there, go and have the pride. Your pikin, you when they go to church, your pikin don't fit go to church school because the money high. The same thing, go to mosques. These people are using religion to escape poverty. And that's the brain on the poor these British people have used that lets you religion to convince them. Humanity first before religion. If Africa, Nigeria leader allow humanity first before religion, we will not be in this level. And that's why you see in the north, oh, somebody insulted Prophet Muhammad, let's stone him to death. Also, Efulefu people, were you born with Quran? Were you born with Bible? You came into the world. You now decided by the virtue of you met your family a Christian, you decide to be a Christian. You met your family a Muslim, you decide to be a Muslim. Or in one way or the other, you decide to change. This is the religion I want to practice. Why are you bringing religion before humanity? Humanity before religion. Did you know the Jesus Christ that you are fighting for? Jesus Christ is supposed to fight for you, not you fighting for Jesus. Muhammad is supposed to fight for you, not you fighting for Muhammad. That's where our leaders are getting it wrong. That's why you can see somebody like Opus Adema, oh, I'm spending 1.30 billion to send people to Mecca. Is it not nonsense? How many factories has a whole Opus Adema built in Imo State to employ Immonite to work?
But we're looking at that. Opus Adema is supposed to be an Igbo man from Imo State. Why is he sending? Because we don't know how many Muslims are in Imo State. Why is he spending a lot of money to send Muslims to Mecca in a Christian state? And we know that Imo is a Christian state. Why do you think that he's trying to send Muslims to Mecca to over 2.1 billion naira?
Oh, put your name as Igbos. I'm not an Igbo man. But many people will tell you that it's been planted here to take the instruction of Fulani. Don't forget that whole Puzodima was in 4th position during the elections. Election that declared him as a governor. From 4th position, you say number 1 has a 4th. The 2nd person has 4th. 3rd person has 4th. It is the 4th person that is now good to be a governor. Can't you see where Puzodima have gotten it wrong? I have said it without number. I'm not an Igbo. But go and make your research. During the Biafra war, many Fulani went to go and fight Biafra. And they pregnated many Igbo women. Many Igbo women are pregnated in Igbo culture. If you don't marry their daughter, you pregnant their daughter. They assume that that child is not yours. That child will now bear the name of the parents. If you hear say they call person Christian, Ikechukwu, it doesn't mean they are Igbo. Most of them are not Igbo. Most of them are Fulani in disguise. Na Fulani give birth to them. They be bearing Chief Ikechukwu, Chief Okachifo. They be Fulani. They are not Igbos. And that's what you see that is happening in the southeast right now. Most of the governors, instead of them to fight for Igbos, they are fighting for Fulanis. Look at Southwest here. To a large extent, Southwest governor, they came out, they formed a security outfit called Amoteku. Amoteku is confronting the herdsmen. Tell me in the southeast, which is the security outfit that is uniform in the southeast that is confronting the herdsmen? They are just doing their thing. They are allowing the Fulani to have access to their land. You told us that Samuel Ekpan is the problem of the southeast. We assume that if Samuel Ekpan is being held, there will be peace in the southeast. But since Samuel Ekpan has been restricted not to communicate with Biafra, now Nnamdi Kanu in the custody of DSS over 5 years. As I speak to you now, more killing in the southeast, more kidnapping.
So who is responsible for this?
That is the question you have of Uzodema. That is the question you have of Soludo. The rest leaders who are telling you, oh, Samuel Ekpan is the one causing nuisance. Nnamdi Kanu is causing destruction. This set of people should be questioned whether they are real Igbo. As I have said it, whether you are Chief Ikechukwu, whether you are Chief Uche, whether you are Chief Okafo, does not mean you are an Igbo man. Go ask Kutuda, go and make research whether during Biafra war, a Fulani man pregnated your mother and gave birth to you. And the family decided to, oh, since they did not pay money to your head, you will bear the family name. And that's what you have that is happening in Igbo land. The only Southeast leader now that you can see that the Southeast voted for, Alesoti. You can see he's doing it differently than what others are doing. And today, let me appreciate the Senate, the Southeast Senators who have came openly and told Nigeria, told the Biafrans all over the world that this thing the jam did to Igbos is intentional. There is no way you explain it. How do you tell me that a particular region was affected by jam and you knew it? You went ahead to release the result. So you did it to them during the election. You also did it to them in jam. So that's why we are talking about the marginalization of people in Nigeria. And we are saying that allow these people to go. Let me tell you, one of the benefits of allowing Biafra to come, if Biafra come today, it will be a benefit to Africa.
How will it be a benefit to Africa?
Now let me tell you, the greatest mistake Gowon'S did is to fight Biafra. I am from the Middle Belt. And we are telling Gowon'S to do the needful before he meets his ancestor, just like Babangida did.
What is the needful?
By Babangida told the world, told Nigeria that it was not the Igbo that planned the coup. Today, he healed a lot of things. If Babangida go now home now, at least he will have rest of mind. Yakubu will not get the rest of mind if he did not do the needful. By apologizing to the Igbo for fighting Biafra.
Yakubu should apologize to the
Yes, for killing millions of people. Let me tell you, Gowon was used by British. British used Gowon to stop the Biafra war because they knew that if Biafra would have had their desire, then British would have been out of Nigeria. And that's why they supported Gowon to fight Biafra, to kill millions of Biafra. As I speak to you, why I tell you that Biafra freedom, Biafra sovereignty will be a help to Africa. Biafra is supposed to be the Japan of Africa. Biafra is supposed to be the China of Africa because God has given them the brain. That's why you can see they might not go to school. But what they are manufacturing is beyond human thinking. These are what God gave to them. Go to other developed countries now, you will see what they are doing. Igbos are there. Igbos brain, can't you see what they are doing? This is not, it's not a magic. It is what God has given to them. And that's why I say you cannot curse whom God has blessed. Even as you are, if you have a friend who is progressing, who is doing well, if you are jealous of that friend, you will see that you'll be going down. It's a natural. Be happy with that friend, and God also will have a way of doing your own for you. That is who Igbo are. But the moment the APC government came in 2015, Buhari unleashed his hatred on the Igbos. He thought he was doing Igbo. He don't know that he was doing Nigeria. By demoting Igbos, by not allowing Igbo to be the position they deserve to be. Look at where we find ourselves. Under Obasanjo, when Igbo was on the affair of the economy of Nigeria. Can't you see the way we were flying? We were one of the best in Africa. Other African countries were coming to Nigeria to seek for greener pasture. But as I speak to you today, you will finally have it to see any Africans now coming to Nigeria for greener pasture. A few years ago, we were shouting, Ghana must go, Ghana must go. But today, in Ghana, they are shouting Nigeria must go. That is to tell you the difference. When Buhari came in, he brought the Fulani men who does not know their left from their right, and they messed the economy up. Look at where we find ourselves in Africa today. The same thing Tinubu is doing, which he has promised Nigeria. I will start from where Tinubu stopped. Look at Minister of Power. You came under you the first time in history. You said there is what is called Baji. There is Baji. Imagine somebody in one room is paying 15,000 naira monthly, and yet it's not saying the life.
Now let's talk about
criminality.
Sponsoring, disallowing, killing, genocide of Christian, people in Nigeria. Buhari administration at least feel the fire of, Fulani headers who are all Muslims, Islamic radicalists. Radicals killing and maiming Christians in the mid-belt in their large numbers, at least expelling villages, communities, giving them Islamic name, and it began to look like another, Fulani conquest or Islamic conquest of northern Nigeria. And actually it was, because it was an agenda that Osman Dan Fodio started 18th century, and it was going on and on and on and on and on. It was an Islamization process. The sex evangelism they used in the 17th, 18th centuries actually worked for them against their Hausa host. Their Hausa host that allowed them to stay on their land in the north actually became victims, and today we've seen large numbers of the Hausas that were disallowed, killed and maimed by these Fulani bloody people. The Fulani invaders actually migrated from Senegal and Gambia, Futajelo Highland, which was their own ancestral origin. And today they found their ways in Nigeria because it was the plan of all the Fulanis in Nigeria that the place to be in the future is Nigeria. That's why they come to Nigeria, and today we see another conquest, another Islamization, and the grabbing of lands in the west, lands that belongs to the southeasterners in the east, lands that belongs to the southerners in the south, lands that belong to the mid belt. It is an incursion that started 200 and something years ago, and you can see they are succeeding. Tinubu is from Yoruba axis and is the head of the government of the current administration. And today Tinubu is now asking them, why are you killing Ondo people? Ondo people lost their lives to the tune of 30 people in Ondo community where these allies are Fulani headers. And the current administration is not doing anything about it. And nobody could come out and say, Tinubu is from Fulani, Tinubu is from Kanu. Tinubu is not a Fulani man, he's not from Kanu.
The inflation. Where are we going to? Where are we even starting for? So for me, I don't think forget about APC, because as it is now, Nigeria are gradually collapsing day by day, and that's why you see this Biafra movement. It gained more momentum. Even if from Middle Belt, from different regions are supporting Nnamdi that Biafra must come, so that many people are ready to go with Biafra.
Mr. Wimeka, are you not seeing the fact that all our people seem to be so confident that the Middle Belt are going to vote for him in 2007? Because it seems that the Fulanis will not vote for him, but he said that the Middle Belt are voting for him. Do you agree with that?
He will be deceiving himself if he's so sure, he's so confident that the Middle Belt will vote for him. Don't forget that one day is too big for